I'm a Durban-based performance artist that specializes in dance, video, performance art, installations. In 1998, I went and studied drama and performance studies at the Durban University of Technology and graduated in 2000. But my specialty was dance and choreography. I do site-specific works, I do works in galleries, I do works in theaters, I do video works. So I'm quite eclectic and very kind of avant-garde based kind of work. Despotica has been a work that I've been creating it since 2006. I think the first draft I did, I was in Zimbabwe. I was in a Harare hotel. And I think for the first time, we always talk about the stuff that's happening across the border when we're in South Africa. But I think it hit me for the first time realistically while I was there. And I was ordering some food and looking at the prices and how ridiculous it sounded. So I started writing this story about kind of despotic governments that are happening not just in Africa, but you find them all around the world, whether it's in South America or Eastern Europe or anywhere else where we have a situation where we've got a government and it doesn't do what the people kind of expect, and they change it and they put a new government. The first few months everyone is happy, and then that government again start to do exactly the same thing as the old government. The whole video artwork is based on that notion. But when I created it, because I've been creating it piece by piece, I started writing it in Zim. Then in 2008, I went to Belgium and I started working on the performative side of it. And then I came back in 2009 and I did the video arts installation part of it in Johannesburg. I think with Despotica is probably one of the most overtly politically work I've ever created. But most of my work are very kind of social conscious. Either it's about the race issues or relationship issues, anything that kind of affects me and maybe my friends, and so all the stuff that accumulates while watching and experiencing the lifestyle from the township, because I grew up in the township, going to live in the suburbs and going back to the townships and having a rural upbringing, and having white and black friends and traveling to Europe, traveling to Asia.
Our title was about the politics of representation and the representation of politics. And
Yeah.
I mean, so let's just try and talk about that a little bit, because you obviously make work in a certain way, and what makes you, you get inspired by a political paradigm, by a context.
Yeah.
And then how does that then, how do you bounce that back, and how do you reflect that back, and what choices do you make as an artist?
The challenge is how do you put that across on stage, or how do you put it across in a gallery space? With my background in dance and my background in performance, the first thing I think of is the body. So it is that the politics of the body. So I have to use the body to put a message across. But the body has limits. When you've got limits, then you have to think outside of the body. What else can you use to make sure that the message goes across? So that's where things like text come into play. That's where things like video come into play, and installations. So I try and look at the work in a bigger picture. As long as the message goes through, if it doesn't, then what is missing? Like with Despotica, it started in 2006. If you can look at the process and the pictures, the end product is different from what I started creating in Belgium, where it had a Rubik Cube installation and I was performing inside, and the text was written outside the Rubik Cube, and the audience were walking around the cube reading all the text. But technically it was difficult because it's so much stuff to read, and people will read like one or two lines and then get tired. So I had to change it and say the best thing is to take the text and superimpose it and project it directly into the body, so that even if you're not reading, but you're gonna get some key words or key lines in the text, so that even if you don't want to read everything, but you get a kind of an idea of what I'm trying to say.
It's very interesting that it is an installation piece, and that it's, we set it on a loop, so that in fact one can negotiate with the text and then one can walk away and then come back again. It gives it a sense of much more a poetic manifestation, rather than an overtly political punch in your face.
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah.
And it's kind of quite subtle in a way, you know, and it's very different to, I mean, from my generation of being a South African artist, where we created work that really was about the representation of politics, and it was quite raw and quite in your face. And I just think that you're part of a generation of new artists in South Africa that are producing work whereby your the politics of representation is more of an issue than the other way around. So it's the way that you present things, and then we have to dismantle and we have to repackage the information that we're then seeing. And I find that quite a development and quite a sophisticated kind of development in terms of works as South African artists, and that's probably a good sort of development, because I mean, protest art is protest art, you know, and we've done all that.
Yeah.
One can protest, but then how do you protest?
It's very tricky. And I remember with the Spotica, because I had a solo exhibition at the KZNSA Gallery a day before the elections, where we had to elect the current president of South Africa. And if you remember, a few months just before the elections, everyone was like complaining that maybe the new government is not going to be good, the president is not good enough and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a day before the elections is the opening night of the Spotica. So the audience was watching this, and they were reflecting on it, not from a Zimbabwe perspective, but on South Africa perspective, because most people were like, oh, the president is going to be, you know, bad. All of a sudden, we're going to be like him. So people are looking at it through themselves, like, okay, maybe Lou, what he's trying to say is this is what is going to happen in SA. But when I wrote it, I was not even thinking of SA, you know, I was thinking of other country. And secondly, there were people who looked at it and never thought politics. They thought domestic stuff. Because the way the show is written is just two people talking in a house. One is a kind of lives in the house, and the other is a visitor. So it's not really, it doesn't say a lot of stuff about politics, but it's more about the father and the son and the visitor. But the father is the leader of the people, like a neighborhood. So it's kind of a civil servant, but he leads the neighborhood. So on a small scale, it could be about what is happening in the neighborhood. You know, but on a bigger scale, it's kind of world issues. So it makes people, you decide. It's not like I'm saying this is bad, this is good. I'm just talking, and you decide how you negotiate that, and the answers you come up with. Because I'm not forcing anything. It's just a kind of something that I noticed. Maybe that's why like, people watch it and no one comes back and like, oh no, you're being too much. Because I try and be a bit smart about it.
Was that just a recording?
It's something that I just wrote.
Oh, you wrote it? You actually wrote it?
Yeah, I just wrote it. Yeah, it's something that it just came out of my head, and I just wrote it. I write a lot of plays, but I never use them a lot. And then sometimes I'll take like a scene and put it in my work.
So you put yourself not in the mainstream. You put yourself more on whereabouts do you place yourself within the context of South Africa?
For me, I was trying to be on the edge, but the way it's happening now, I'm probably mainstream right now. I've been complaining that I've lost the street cred. You know, I'm no longer the edge. All of a sudden, I've got the bank, like Standard Bank is backing me up, and I'm opening the Grahamstown Festival. So it's like I'm on the poster of the Grahamstown Festival. So it's fine. I'm not complaining. I'm eating at least. You know, I've got a place to sleep, so it's okay. I've been struggling so long, so I think I need a break.